Okay, so here's my attempt at this video, so you can give me a quote on staging. This is 1124 Fox Run Circle in New Braunfels. We have this concrete pad poured for like a sitting area. This used to be a pond. So I don't know if you do outdoor furniture, but if you have just a few, a couple chairs, whatever your vision is here, but that would be something that I was kind of hoping for. And then you come on in to the house here and you walk right into the living room. It is a single living, just the one area. And so this is, you're pretty limited in, where you put things. We are imagining that would be the wall for the television, because then you have the fireplace over here. And so however you visualize the configuration, I of course defer to your expertise. Right in front there, when you walk in, I'm back at the front door, is a little, it's not a super knee-deep bar, but I'm hopeful that we can maybe do a couple of bar stools here, because even though we have a bunch of crap right here on the counter, this would be an alternative eating area, which I'm hopeful we could use, because this is really the only other eating area. This is, it's not a terribly big area, but you could do a nice round table, I think, right there. We did replace a sliding glass door, and so I'm kind of cognizant that this door is gonna swing in. This French door, it's the one on the right, is gonna swing in. But again, I think there should be room. You have a little utility room. Obviously, we're not providing a washer and dryer, so I don't know if you put, a plant or something just to hide the unsightly connections, or what. If you don't do anything there, that's fine. We're back to the kitchen. I don't expect there would need to be much in the kitchen, maybe just some soft staging. We're not gonna do a refrigerator, but we've got, it's not huge countertops, but, we could put a few cute things out. And so then, this is back to the front door just to give you some orientation. We have 3 bedrooms. This one I do envision staging as an actual bedroom. It's really got great trees in this house, so I like the vibes in this room because you've got trees outside both windows. Probably the bed would need to be, I'm guessing, on this wall over by the door. And then we have closet. You get the closets in black, and then you've got enough room for some other little bedroom type things. Back to the hallway. We have a secondary bath right here. I imagine there's not a lot you need to do in there. I would actually like to see my husband cleaning the tub. I would like to do maybe a shower curtain, just because we did not replace the tub and it doesn't look that great, although Chuck is trying to change that right now, so we'll see. This is the second bedroom. It is pretty small, and with today's work from home culture, I'm thinking that we could stage as an office. It'll make it look bigger too if we don't have another bed in here, but yeah, it's my idea for this room. Again, I defer to you. And then we have the master. We've done a lot of work in the master. I'll have to tell you sometime how it was configured, but ultimately this used to be outside, and we pushed it out, so we have this stone that we whitewashed, and this is the master closet. And again, we don't need to stage anything there. We did those closet systems, and we have these more contemporary looking kind of barn doors that go there. And then this is where I'm probably gonna need some help, although I really am envisioning a large, even black framed mirror, because we have a lot of black hardware. We have the black and white, but we ran out of money, or we would have done maybe a second vanity. We would have done something with this space. So originally this was the walk-in closet, and there was no opening there. This was just a closet. And so we obviously did that other one. And so this is just flex space, honestly, in your closet. This built-in shelf was there, so we left it. But this, I'm just gonna let the owners be creative. But I think if we stage it with a giant mirror, it would look bigger. It would make the space look bigger, and it would also look nice. And then you turn around, this is the opening we we put in here because it was pretty hideous before. It is a small, in fact, this is smaller than the secondary. It does have a little knee space, so maybe a little bench, I don't know. We ended up doing double mirrors, so maybe no bench at all, because I don't know what that space is going to be for. I really would envision someone doing something over there with that space. And then there's our shower, no tub in the master, and a little private potty, because before, right in front of me here was the door, and it literally opened up and hit the toilet, and that little wall was not there. We built that so it would give a little privacy. And so this is the master. Back to this room, I would envision you have two little windows and the bed right there. I think it's room for a king, but you know, we can stage with a queen for sure, or whatever you do. I don't know what you do. And then, you know, we could pull that door closed to make room on that room, that wall for something, or then we have this wall for something as well. And that is 1124 Fox Run. It's pretty small. It's about 1,560 square feet. We added the 60 with that closet. So, but this is the living area. So this is the one I want to make it a wow factor when you walk in, because this is going to be the first impression. Well, honestly, second impression, because the first is the front yard. But anyway, those green cabinets are sprig of sage. So maybe bringing in, we did that because of the trees. There's trees all over this property, which is really nice. And so just maybe nature inspired vibe. So anyway, we'll chat, but thank you so much for quoting me on staging this renovation property. Bye.